Traveling the world is my passion, darling, and there's never a time when my next destination isn't somewhere on my mind. And the European country of Portugal has been on my radar for more than a minute. I am a travel journalist out here just trying to see the world, and I'm so happy to share it with you. You are backstage with Brawin in Portugal. Let's go play. The vast majority of my travel is solo. Doesn't matter, darling. I travel to do, I travel to see, I travel to meet. And over the years, I've learned to navigate the world beautifully, all by myself. The world is full of people, so many interesting, dynamic people. And I personally just thank God that so many of those people are men, honey. I'm just saying. The Malaysians, the Italians, the Australians, the lovely Americans, the fabulous Serbians. My friends are international. When I do have travel companions, you better believe they've been thoroughly vetted and travel approved. Friends for more than 20 years, I was thrilled to have company on this trip. Meet Teresa Noel. We've had some amazing vacations over the years, and this one was no exception. You are backstage with Brawin in Portugal. This is Crystal Ray, aka Christ the King. This is really one of the most iconic landmarks in all of Lisbon. Lots of spiritual retreats to this destination. Look at him standing there with his arms raised, just blessing the city. And of course, if he looks like Christ the Redeemer in Rio, it's because the Brazilian statue was the original inspiration. You are backstage with Brawin at the Castle St. George. St. George's Castle can be seen from almost anywhere in the city. Its oldest parts date all the way back to the 6th century. It originally served as a royal Moorish residence before becoming the royal palace for a succession of kings. I'm on the upper level. This is my view, one of many. This is Lisbon from the top. It's gorgeous. Most of the castle was destroyed by earthquakes over the years, but it still includes a long succession of walls and some extremely high towers that were restored in the early 20th century. I don't love heights, but I did challenge myself to see the view from the top, and boy, am I glad I did. Insert pack on the back. Look at me, almost to the top of the Castle St. George. I'm out of breath. It is so beautiful. So I'm almost all the way at the top. This is definitely one of the higher landings. It's scary getting up here though. The castle is now an oasis of peace. You can relax in the garden with the peacocks, enjoy wine on the terrace, devour delicious cheesecake at the cafe, or just enjoy the sights and get some really fabulous photos. You are backstage with Brawin. I quickly discovered why Lisbon is called Europe's most colorful city. The Moors introduced the Portuguese to ceramic tile, and the Portuguese utilized it like no one before them had. And let the Portuguese tell her using tile was more practical than using paint. Look up, look down, everywhere you look is beautiful tile. And trust me, it's not just reserved for the most grandiose of structures. You'll find it on the walkways, in the subways, and even on parking garages. The city seems to wear its colors very much like people wear clothes, to convey personality and to tell stories about its very unique culture. And you can walk for hours delighting in the structures, the beautiful tile, and some of the most fabulous street art that I've ever seen. I didn't get to wear one pair of my sexy sandals, not one, because all of the streets look just like this. Cobblestone everywhere. Quick tip, pack sensible shoes. You are backstage with Brawin in Lisbon. Select any random street, walk just a little bit, and you're sure to find lots of amazing eateries. I mean, the Lisbons will put a restaurant anywhere, including on a staircase. The food and drink scene is as colorful as the city itself, and I discovered some of the best rosés I've ever had. The Portuguese do love their meats, and I loved it right along with them. Teresa and I had some fabulous meals, but one of our better experiences was handcrafted by Michelin-rated chef Jose Avillé. The restaurant was rustic and interesting. The food was so creative, and dare I say, spectacular. I'm a world-class eater, and that was a world-class meal. And to top it off, the chef has his own house brand of wines, and his rosé was luscious. Rosé life. Cocktails, anyone? This really and truly is a high-end lounge. It has a real chill, kind of cozy vibe to it, and the bartenders are lovely. They're super creative with their presentation and their ingredients. If you're a basic cocktail kind of person, then you're going to be in over your head at Double Nine. They don't do basic cocktails, darling. My favorite cocktail was called Tommy. Please don't smoke. Who knows why? But it was lovely, as all of the bartenders were. Their concoctions were amazing. And how about this? The DJ's favored house music. Be sure to leave a message with the duck. You'll figure it out when you get there. You are backstage with Brawin. Hit the waterfront to chill, and you find a band all the way from Senegal. I'm an expert at getting my photo bombs in. Just a vacation tradition. Look at me over there in the right-hand corner. Shenanigans. I really love the popular tourist attractions, I just do. But I prefer seeing the city with the natives because that's when the most fabulous random things happen. Like meeting a group of girls who were all finalists for the title of Miss Africa Belgium. What? Yes, that's a thing.
This is Black Girl Magic in Lisbon. These are all finalists for Miss Africa Belgium, honey. Yes. Gorgeous. Bonjour. Bonjour. We about to get this picture back.
The girls whipped those sashes out of their bags so fast my head was spinning. It was hysterical. But they were so cute, so sweet. I had such a good time with them, and I even got a chance to practice my French. We were 50 shades of brown in the middle of Lisbon, darling. You are backstage with Brawin. Lisbon was fabulous. Teresa and I had an amazing time. Lisbon truly is one of the most beautiful, colorful, and vibrant cities that I've ever visited. In terms of what I look for on a vacation, I think I checked all the boxes. The people were amazing. It's like everyone was an unofficial ambassador to the beautiful city that is called Lisbon. The mood in Lisbon is totally laid back, and there is an ever-present emphasis on enjoying the moment. The people of Lisbon are socially oriented. I mean, you want to eat, you want to dance, shop, people watch, just chill. Lisbon has something for everyone, and I'm happy to report that it did not bust my budget. This trip was one fantastic moment after another. If you're anything like me and you've been contemplating a trip to Lisbon, treat yourself, darling. You deserve it. Have any questions? Hit me up on social media. I'm happy to discuss vacation anytime. Oh, and by the way, my next husband will be Portuguese. Stay tuned for part 2 where we journey on to Porto and Barcelona. You have been backstage with Brawin in Lisbon.